Cherry Dude's like, oh, you could have engine damage. No, Cherry Dude, that's not how it works. BMW has a diagnosis computer inside of the car that tells you when things go wrong. So if there were engine damage...
Oh my god! Hey, this guy is a living meme! No, there is, it's not. BMW has diagnosis computer in the car, okay? DSP talked more recently about getting his leased car and him getting a new one. He's apparently under the impression that getting a new car is cheaper than a used one. Wait, what?
A vehicle to replace the incredibly expensive leased vehicle that I've had for the past 3 years.
Oh,
So
no.
I'm done paying for this car now, which is good because I'm so done with it. I've paid so much money for this car for the past 3 years because I got roped into it.
Roped into it.
Right now, it seems to be a buyer's market for cars. And what I mean by that is you don't even need to have like impeccable credit.
What? A buyer's market for cars? What does that even mean?
And you don't even need to have a lot of money in order to buy a car. It's pretty insane, the things that I'm seeing out there. Just some of the things, I'll give you an idea.
Dude, he's got a 100%. He's got like a friend or a guy that works at a fucking car dealership that told him this shit. Dude, right now, it is a buyer's market for cars, my dude. Or he saw it on like a fucking like radio commercial or some shit.
Some of the promotions I've seen out there right now for buying a car. Number one, instant cash back. Okay, so you go and buy.
Wait, isn't instant cash back where they just make the loan a little bit higher and they give you a bunch of cash back? Like
a car, you sign up for a loan to get the car, and they give you $2,000. That's insane. I've never heard of this before. They're paying you to buy.
I've never heard of this before. Wait, isn't cash back just money added to the loan?
That's weird to me. Like, I don't know. That's a lot of risk involved too. I would think. But I guess they figured
it's a buyer's market for Amazon Prime subs.
The risk of giving you $2,000 to take their car versus you not paying and then ruining your credit permanently.
Wait, it's not a risk. How is it a risk to give somebody $2,000 when you're driving a $30,000 asset off the lot? What do you mean? What?
I guess that $2,000 is the risk that's worth that. I don't know. That's pretty crazy. That's just... Anyway, I'm not doing that. It's actually one of the worst things you could do, because if you do that, you can't get any of the other deals, which is like a rebate off the car or a promotional rate. The other...
This guy is like every salesman's dream. What the fuck?
Things that the car dealerships are doing.
So it's like, oh, he's bringing back. Okay, but really, this would be dumb to do. I'm not going to do this. Like, oh, okay. So he does realize this is really dumb. He's like, because there are so many other great deals to take advantage of.
Is they're doing an instant rebate. So, okay, you're buying the car, and it's supposed to be the price, but they're going to take like thousands of dollars off the price of the car immediately as part of their promotion. So, yeah, pretty good. Now, the other one, and this is the one that I did not know if we were going to be able to qualify for it, okay? 0% financing, which is awesome. It means for a certain amount of time on your loan for the car, you're not paying any interest. You're just paying down the actual price of the vehicle, which is excellent. Get this. 0% financing for 72 months. That is 6 years. That is the length of the loan. That means that if you buy the new car, you don't pay any interest at all. They're giving you a 6-year payment plan, basically. It's not even really a loan. It's just like a 6-year installment plan with no interest. It's pretty crazy, man. That is absolutely nuts. At least to me, you would think they would want to make some money on the back end with the financing, but they're going for no interest.
So here's a real quick meme, okay? Here's a real quick meme, okay? Just so you guys know this, okay? So if they're generally, this is my general understanding, okay? So I could be wrong. This might not apply to all loans. For everything that I've ever seen that has 0% financing, what that typically means is that you have 0% financing over a certain period of time, but if you do not 100% pay it off in that time period, and you go one day over, all of that old interest will be added back onto your bill instantly, okay? Be very careful with the 0% financing meme. It can be really good. I do it when I have the opportunity to, but that's because I know I can pay my shit off in time. I only ever finance things that I can buy outright anyway, and I'll only do it to take advantage of interest bullshit, right? So, for instance, when I buy things at Home Depot, right, if I spend over $500 or whatever, I have like 12 months no interest on my credit card. However, if you only make the minimum payments, then it'll take you like 3 years to pay off. If you wait after those 12 months, all of the interest from the no interest time period will come back and be added to your bill. So you make the minimum payments until the 12 months, and then right at that 12-month mark, you pay off the rest of the balance to avoid all of the interest. Just something to keep in mind.
So yesterday, Leanna and I, the reason that we had to end the stream early is because we had to go and meet up with someone at a car dealership. We had already test-driven cars earlier this week, and we wanted them to pull our credit and run some numbers for us to see what we could qualify for. Could we qualify for any of these new promotions, you know, for a car? And they pulled our credit, and it was, you know, it worked. They basically said, yeah, you qualify, which I was blown away. I thought for sure, with the amount of debt that I have in my name, that I was not going to qualify, but they said, no, you qualify.
Because debt doesn't matter. When you're qualifying for loans, I don't know if it works the same with home loans, but like I know that when you're qualifying for a home loan, two things matter. One, your credit will tell you, your credit can be used as a bare minimum thing, and credit can give you better interest rates, but the big thing they look at is usually your debt to income ratio, and they only count like certain types of debt, I think. Like they'll count like child support, they count your mortgage payment, and they'll count any like outstanding like loans or whatever. But I don't know if they count like everyday expenses or whatever. Like you can qualify for some amazing shit with a fuck ton of debt. Like you can it is very definitely possible to qualify for things you probably can't afford.
You know, 5 years ago when I first got the stupid BMW, it made sense because I was making insane amounts of money on YouTube. Now it does.
It didn't make sense. It never made sense, DSP. It was a horrible thing. You weren't making unless DSP was literally banking like 10K plus a month, then maybe. I mean, I still wouldn't lease a car for $400 a month or whatever.
With BMW, to return the BMW, and I have some hurdles I have to jump through. They want me to take it in to have maintenance done first because I never had the oil change, the brake fluid changed. When the stupid thing.
Wait, what? He hasn't changed the oil in 5 years? I'm sorry, I must have heard that wrong. Hold on 1 second.
Because I never had the oil change or the brake fluid changed in the stupid thing. So I gotta have that done, and then I have to schedule a time when we could drop it off, but we can't.
Wait, has he had the car for 3 years or 5 years? Maybe he means his last oil change hasn't happened yet? Do you think? Do you think that's what he means? Wait. Do you think that's what he meant? That he just hasn't
drop it off until we have the replacement car, so I have a ride home. So I basically have to coincide. I have to do maintenance, and then I have to.
Wait, in the BMW, you don't change the oil? Wait, what is that? That's got to be a troll, right?
In 3 years, we only drove the car 6,000 miles. So if that gives you any idea.
He what? He leased a car for $400 or $500 a month, and he's only drove it 6,000 miles in 3 years? What?
And by the way,
seriously, at like $400 or $500 a month, you could buy like a new bike like every fucking month.
My choice to not have the oil change. That was because it's a whole rigmarole.
Oh, he's gonna talk more about it. Oh no. Hold on. All right, we're backing up a little bit. Oh no.
And by the way, that wasn't my choice to not have the oil change. That was because it's a whole rigmarole. When we moved out here, they shipped us a car across the country. Remember I said we got roped into another 3-year lease? That was because they wanted to make money back on the East Coast, so they shipped us a car across the country so they could get the profit for it. And then they never contacted us on the maintenance because, you know, BMW, you're supposed to get maintenance for free no matter what. That's part of the deal. That's why the car is.
So he's never changed the oil in this car in 3 years, in 36 months. Yeah, you could probably roll into any authorized BMW dealership and they'll honor that warranty.
So expensive, and they never contacted us to get it changed.
Why would they contact you to change your oil? Hello, is DSP there? We would just like to give you a call to remind you that it's time for your oil change. We're going to send a driver over immediately to pick up your car. We'll drop a rental off in the meantime, and we'll have that car returned back to you by the end of the day. Thank you, sir.
Cherry Dude's like, oh, you could have engine damage. No, Cherry Dude, that's not how it works. BMW has a diagnosis computer inside of the car that tells you when things go wrong. So if there were engine damage...
Oh my god! Hey, this guy is a living meme! No, there is, it's not. BMW has diagnosed his computer in the car, okay?
it would have said something. They already did the pre-inspection. We already had brought it in and they pre-inspected it and said there's nothing wrong with the car at all. It's fine. It's pristine. We only drove it 6,000 miles. Of course it's pristine.
This hurts to listen to. Is this into the mind of somebody financially illiterate? He's fucking himself over. What, like, he's gonna walk into a dealership, he's gonna walk out with a fucking $30,000 loan. It's gonna say no interest 72 months, but they're probably not gonna be able to afford it. They're gonna miss a payment or something that's gonna instantly invalidate the no interest or some shit. It's gonna be settled all the interest. He's probably gonna walk away with tire insurance, with gap insurance, with fucking with a 3-year free maintenance plan. With how many other deals can you sucker people into or whatever? With a 25-year rust warranty, with a roadside assistance warranty. Like, he's probably gonna have like 50 million things packaged on top of the dent insurance,
$6 per mile,
bumper to bumper coverage.
Bike. He could have gotten a limo.
Oh my god, I could help this guy financially so much. Yeah, and then in 5 years he's gonna make another video like, oh, I got roped into buying this new shitty car. This is such a bad financial decision, dude. It's coming up to where probably within the next 7 months I'm gonna be getting a car. And even I'm like hardcore debating on whether or not I want a new or used. I would almost always advocate used, but I could afford to buy a new one. I don't know if that price tag is worth it for me just to have a car that I can call new, though. I'm not sure. But holy shit, dude, these are very highly questionable financial decisions. What the fuck?
He did, and I will never lease again. From now on, I will always buy. But anyway. The other thing is some people were like, well, why aren't you buying a used car? We did look into that. We went to a couple used car lots.
Oh, no.
And what we found out is, number one, these used car lots do not do any kind of promotion with financing whatsoever. No money back, no money off the price of the car, and high interest rates on the loans.
There's a fundamental problem here with DSP's thinking, too, is DSP doesn't understand from a fundamental how incentivizing works, okay? If you walk onto a car lot and 10 cars have amazing promotions and 10 cars don't, that tells you something about what the dealer is trying to do, right? If you have something that's really fucking good, that's really awesome, it'll sell itself, right? You don't necessarily need to package it with 50 million different types of promotional packages and shit, right? If you walk onto a lot and people are hardcore giving you like 50 million reasons to buy some car, like, I mean, that's just something to think about, right? Like, well, why do you need to package this with so many different types of, you know, special interest rates, special loans? Like, does it not stand on its own, right? Like, but I don't know, it's just something to...
Yeah, you don't get a good interest rate on a loan for a used car. They don't have any of those kinds of features. And...
They don't have any of these kinds of features? It's 2017, dude. They started to put backwards-facing cameras into cars, like, in the fucking mid to late 2000s. You don't think you can find a 2014 car with a rear-facing camera? Dude, I'm pretty sure 2014 cars even... It's probably standard keyless entry and everything, right? Every new feature is probably going to be on a car past.
Most of the used cars we looked at, they have 0 warranty, okay? No free maintenance or anything for any period of time.
The free maintenance doesn't matter. You had free maintenance in your BMW and you didn't get the oil changed a single fucking time. So that means he is gonna buy the extended free maintenance fucking package. He is gonna buy, like, oh my god, dude. These are horrible decisions.
If you want that, you have to buy it extra. So there was one car we were looking at, it was the equivalent of what we're kind of gonna get, probably for a new car. And we did all the math, and come to find out, it's almost the same price, like slightly less expensive, by maybe like $50 a month, but no warranty, no...
$50 a month? That's not how you're supposed to look at a loan. And he shops by monthly payments. He is the ultimate consumer that people market their shit to. This is it. I just found it. I didn't think these type of people existed. Like, is this car better or is this car better? Well, this one's better. It's $50 a month cheaper. Okay, for how many more years? What?
No maintenance. Within a year, we'll already have paid the difference between maintenance and everything else. So it doesn't even make sense at all right now to get a used car, unless we were gonna get like a junker. Like, we were gonna get a $2,000-$3,000 car that's a piece of crap, and just buy it off of someone.
Listen, for like $5,000 to $10,000, you can get something extremely reliable. For $10,000 on a used car, that's a good budget for a used car, right? For 10 grand, you could get something pretty fucking good. Holy shit! Like what?
That would be one thing, but we need a car that's dependable, and a car that if it breaks down, we're gonna get a warranty, we're gonna get a loaner and stuff like that.
He's getting the roadside assistance meme. He's gonna get every fucking warranty that the fucking dealership will sell him on this car. Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely by going for buying a car, at least I'll have a car where I'm getting equity every time I pay. I'm putting
No, wait, what did he just say? Hold on.
work every day. That's the thing. We have no car. She can't work. And now we're out. We have no income there that we need. So, there you go. Definitely by going for buying a car, at least I'll have a car where I'm getting equity every time I pay.
You don't. That's not true. You don't get equity in a fucking car. What? Oh, you guys can't see. Equity represents the difference between the value of the asset and the value of the loan, okay? In your favor. So if I've got an asset worth $50,000 and I have a $40,000 loan on it, you could say that I have $10,000 in equity, right, in that car. Does that make sense? But when you buy a car and you drive it off the lot, it loses a good chunk of its value almost immediately. So it will take you years and years and years to actually have any equity in that vehicle. It's possible that you could have a 6-year loan on a car and you'll only get equity in that last year. It's possible for it to happen. Like,
I'm putting value into the vehicle, and it makes more sense. You live and you learn. The good news is, I'm glad I did do a lease on the BMW, because there's no way that we would be able to afford to buy it. And imagine if I had the car in my name right now, and after 3 years, you don't have a lot of equity in a car, especially if you're not on a zero.
in 3 years, you have no equity on a new car. Most of your money is going towards interest, and the car is devalued such that you will be upside down on the loan. This is why car owners always sell gap insurance, which is gap insurance is insurance that covers the difference between the value of the asset and the value of the asset and the value of the loan. If you've got a $20,000 loan on a car that's now worth $10,000, you can buy gap insurance to cover the difference. Don't buy it because it's fucking retarded, but
0% loan, right? Imagine now if I was stuck with this car forever, and I'm like, damn, there's no way I can reduce my payment. That would really suck. So, all right, everyone. I think that's it. I don't really have much else to talk about. As you guys and gals know, as I said, if you do cheer, tip, or sub to the channel.
Holy shit. These are just the worst financial decisions a man can make. And the funny thing is, he's going to buy some retarded fucking shit. They're going to get a sports car with, some crazy low suspension. He's going to be dragging his fucking bumper around everywhere. He's going to have, the rear the super thin profile fucking tires and shit. It's going to be an uncomfortable, stiff as fuck ride that's just for a daily driver to work or some shit. Oh my god. What the fuck? This is like watching a disaster unfold live. This is Ice Poseidon tier financial intelligence. I don't agree, because Ice Poseidon isn't usually stubborn about his financial stuff. He's usually pretty. You should reach out and talk to him. He blocked me on Twitter instantly. I don't think he's way too stubborn, but I don't think he'll ever want to have a conversation like that. And I'm not going to reach out to him after he blocks me on Twitter. You guys can say that if he wants to. I'm pretty sure that a convo with me will get him more viewers than he normally ever has. Right? Doesn't he normally only get a couple hundred viewers? So maybe you could swing it to him financially. Hey, Destiny will talk to you and you'll get a ton of viewers doing it and people will donate or whatever. But his these are just horrible. The type of conversation he's having here demonstrates a financial illiteracy that is astounding to me. Holy shit. Especially because this is compounding the financial troubles he's already experiencing in life due to his the YouTube shit getting fucked and everything. Destiny wants to no, tell him I just want to talk about buying a car. Listen. Hey, we should chat about purchasing used versus new cars at some point. I think I can offer you
Hi.
a valuable different point of view that could save you a ton of money in the future. I'm pretty sure the only way you're going to bait him is if you say something like, I have 10 top tips that car salespeople don't want you to know. He's ignoring the bits now, LeMayo. Wait, really? Now that you won't talk to him, tell us why buying a used car if people don't want to go deep into a mechanic and leave the car there for 3 days for checks for buying it. I don't think it's really safe to buy a used car against a new one that will be perfect. Okay, listen, dude. This is a huge meme that I don't want to say uneducated, it sounds rude, but this is a huge meme that uneducated people say. Cars are extremely resilient. Cars are incredibly resilient, okay? Cars are made to be used by the average fucking idiotic driver. That's how resilient cars are made, okay? We just listened to DSP not getting an oil change on his car for 3 fucking years. All right? Like, cars are meant to be used by people that do not take care of them, okay? That don't change the oil, that drive on flat tires, that let the check engine light run 24/7, right? Cars are very, very resilient things. If you're getting a car that's 2 years used, it's not going to be fucked up. There's just, unless somebody's literally like derby racing with it or some shit, like there is no way that like you're going to buy a 2-year used car that's already got like a fuck ton of horrible problems. As long as you're buying some reliable shit, it'll be fine, dude. Oh my god. So, do you remember listening to DSP's rationale on leasing a car?
No.
Oh, well, he leased a new car for pretty much all the dumbest reasons you could ever lease a car for, right?
Well,
And
you might have mentioned something about it. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah, I meant about a long. All right. Well, apparently now, just recently, that lease expired, and he's talking about how horrible it was. He hasn't changed his oil in 3 years on this car. He's never ever brought it in for service, and his reason was because the guys didn't call him to tell him when to bring it in or whatever. It was like just really retarded shit. So now he started talking about how he's finally going to be out of this lease, and he's so happy. And now he wants to go buy a brand new car, okay? Because buying used is dumb. And if he buys a brand new car, he's talking about like they've got these crazy things because it's a buyer's market right now for cars.
What?
And he's like, you can get $2,000 cash back. I don't even know how they can do deals like this. They give you $2,000 cash to buy their car.
Did this guy never watch commercials as a kid?
And then he's like talking about like, and I could get a used car, but like if I get a new car, it's literally like $50 a month difference. Oh my god. It was like all the classic, these are like all the classic consumer mishaps for finance. Like I didn't even know these people existed, but like, holy shit.
What are you talking about? Everyone only cares about the monthly payment. No one knows what interest rates are. No one knows how much money they're actually paying.
He sounds like he's gonna get like all the insurance on it, like the roadside assistance, the every piece of extra insurance you can buy on it, like.
Oh god, I bet they love him, dude. How do you go 3 years without an oil change? Like, do you just does that light come on and you just like can't read the change oil
he
light
was
or
like,
check it?
What did he say? He said something like he was like
Cherry Dude's like, oh, you could have engine damage. No, Cherry Dude, that's not how it works. BMW has a diagnosis computer inside.
How do you go? Oh my god.
Oh my god, Kyle.